because you would have a bigger community to live with. Plus, you can meet other discipline students as well, and enjoying communities in the university, because that does help you groom up.
Okay, another question that mostly students want to ask that how you manage your time, basically, because you have to do a job as well besides studies and other perspectives. How you do it?
Well, managing time has been a rough start for me for the start of my masters, since you go to UK and you have to do everything by yourself. But with time, I've learned to improve on managing my time. So the way I manage my time is I usually whenever I go to university to take my classes, I after my classes I always give 2 to 3 hours to my studies. And after I come back from university, there is a set time for my studies at home as well. Since you can only work 20 hours a week on the student visa, so I always try to get my work on the weekends, so that it's easier to get your hours done on the weekends, and the whole week can be put up to your different co-curricular activities and studies as well. Because if you start working on weekdays, then it could be hard for you to manage. Since I had 3 classes per week, sorry, 3 days per week for classes, so most of my time was spent on university. But overall, I also used to have a proper schedule in my room, which I used to follow. Since if you don't schedule your time, then it's easy to lose track of time, especially when you're living on your own.
Definitely. I would like to add a question over here, Bilal. Like you said that you go 3 days a week for your classes. What is the duration of your university time that you give off to your classes in those 3 days? What is the hourly figure over there?
The timing of classes. Talking.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like how many hours on those 3 days you give to the university when you have to go there?
Well, it depends upon the course that would be on that day. But if you have like 2 classes in a single day, that would be nearly up to like 3 to 4 hours for classes, and then I would give like 1 or 2 more hours in the library to revise the whole course to revise the class. And then if you have like a single class or a lab, then that makes it easier. The lab is usually for 1 hour, so you can easily sum up your work.
What is the average number of students per class?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
What is the average number of students that are taking one class? Like, what's the average number of students per class over there in your course?
Well, the average number of students would be 50 to 60 students, because every student is divided into multiple disciplines. Although we have some students from artificial intelligence taking classes with us as well, since we are multidisciplinary subject, being a computer science student.
Some of you share the same modules, like you AI and data science and advanced computer science. You guys have the same modules. Some of them they
Yes,
interact.
exactly. Although being a computer science student, we do have some different subjects as well, which come in programming paradigms as well. Programming paradigms is a subject that is usually taught to computer science students, not to artificial intelligence students, since it doesn't concern them. And then whenever you go for your first semester, there's usually a research subject, research and development, that is for all of the disciplines that come for the first year. So they get you prepped up to work with the university.
Any advice for our audience who want to pursue their career in UK? Any personal advice? What you noticed?
Well, I would say like I've seen a lot of students around here. If you come to UK, be prepared to like give most of your time to your studies, and less time being comfortable, or being comfortable in your room. And I would say it's better that you always go join other communities in the university, because if you feel like being lazy and not joining the communities or co-curricular activities, then you're not learning anything, because you get to learn a lot from university communities as well, and being part of student union. Because I myself and my friend Ahmed Mazhar, we both have been part of student union, and it has given us a lot.
So let's talk a little about numbers over here. Like in terms of accommodation, how much do you averagely pay weekly for your accommodation that used to live in Hatfield, right? I think you went for a shared accommodation in a house.
Well, I went for a private student accommodation that
Exactly.
is managed by an organization, Hello Student, and
Mm-hmm.
then the name of the building was Curzon Point. It is a private student accommodation for students not only living in Hatfield, or sorry, studying in Hatfield, but for other university students as well, whether they are studying in London as well.
Okay.
And my average weekly cost was 140 pounds. So that is quite cheap as compared to university accommodation, because university accommodation can be more expensive than this.
Yeah, that Ahmed will discuss with us. How did he manage to do that?
Bilal, thank you for joining us and accepting our invitation.
It has
Uh,
been a pleasure.
May Allah guide you and give you success.
Thank
Ameen.
you so much.
Now, moving to our next guest, Ahmed bin Mazhar. I have been told you is one of the biggest blogs in Hackathon, and we will be also love to listen that what it is. Yeah, I will be calling him. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum salam. Can you guys hear
Oh,
me?
oh yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
that's perfect.
Ahmed, how are you?
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too, ma'am. So, yeah. So, I'll introduce myself first. So, I'm Ahmed. I'm an advanced computer science student here at the University of Hertfordshire. I'm specializing in data science and machine learning. And I'm also working with Bilal on this NLP project for AI chatbot. Other than that, I'm working in University of Cambridge as a computer science teacher for the summer camps, and I'm also working for UK government for their SciTech projects. I'm working there as an IT lecturer. Yeah, so that's a bit intro about me.
That's
Yeah,
lovely, Ahmed. Good to know you're engaged in so many things.
yeah, thank
I
you.
get the very same from you, mashallah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it. So questions?
Yeah. First of all, as Bilal told us about their courses,
Yeah.
so what about your courses?
Yeah, Bilal and my courses are similar. Like both of us are in advanced computer science. He's also specializing in data science and machine learning, same for me. But he's more towards the software development side, and I'm more towards the data science and machine learning side. The reason that I opted for these courses because in my past, after my bachelor's and during my bachelor's, like I had experience in development, so I thought it would be a good opportunity for me here, especially in the UK, because the industry over here it's more related to data analytics. Okay, because the technical industry even here is more related to the financial sector. Okay, the finance and all that. So I think so. I thought that it would be a really good opportunity for me to come here to experience this field more, and it has been really good experience over here. So yeah, that's the reason that I opted for data science and machine learning over here.
That's great. Ahmed, I would like to ask a little bit about your journey throughout your year of study over there, like
Yeah.
you leaving Pakistan, getting yourself settled. Give a little insight on what was your experience from start to end, and how do you see yourself develop as a person and as a professional after doing this particular program from University of Hertfordshire. Just a little insight how the university managed you and how was the overall experience.
Yeah, when I was coming here, so to be very honest, like the first thing that was in my mind is that after going there, like I will get to experience the international industry, and everyone has an image in his mind that oh, I'm going to UK. Okay, I will be experiencing this in a certain way. Okay, but to be very honest, my experience was really bad when I came here. Okay, that's because I myself I set up a lot of expectations for myself. Okay, life there will be very social. Okay, I will get to enjoy a lot. But the truth is, you don't, because you're coming here as a student, as an international student. You have more responsibilities to yourself rather than the student who is a local student over here. Because, first of all, let's talk about our finances. We have to pay more. Okay, everyone who comes here, he has to work here. Okay, so being a part of that cycle, you have a bit of a dull life over here and a boring life, but it is totally up to you that how you take care of yourself. Okay, at the start, yeah, it will be a bit, you'll be like, oh, I'm alone. Okay, how do I get through this? But you have to take care of yourself. Okay, you start working slowly, start look for more better opportunities. Okay, and eventually you'll get better. And University of Hertfordshire, it has helped me in such a way that their career counseling department, it's really good. They keep on giving you more offers on a weekly basis. Like, these are the jobs available. If you want a part-time job, you can go to them. You'll be like, okay, I want a part-time job. Can you see my CV? Like, there is something wrong in my CV. I don't know why I'm not able to get accepted in the industry. Okay, so if you're looking for a full-time job, okay, so go to them. They even have some jobs they can offer you. Okay, according to your CV. Uh, so yeah, that's how the university is helping us to get jobs.
So, Ahmed, so how has the Pakistani community been in Hatfield? Have you found any some people from back the home, and how do they interact? Do they have like, tell us about that? How are the people from Pakistan? Do you guys get together? Are there some sort of communities over there to help you guys out?
Yeah, there is a community over here. There is a Pakistani society over here. But to be very honest, there are hardly 2 or 3 events in a year where everyone gets the opportunity to meet each other. And every time you get to meet new people. But other than that, everyone is, to be very honest, they are like, they have a busy schedule. So it's really hard to meet anyone. But when there is an opportunity to meet them, so that in some events or in some gathering or networking event, they are nice. You get to know them. They help you a lot. They guide you. There are some people who came here like last year or 2 years before. They guide you even better. Okay, so that's how the events are usually. But the duration of the events are hardly for like uh, 2 or 3 times in a year. Yeah.
So, while choosing, your degree or your university or the country, why did you choose UK out of all the countries? Because there are a lot of options for the students, and students do face this issue that why should I go over here? So, when you were making that decision, what were the pointers that guided you for your decision that, okay, I want to study in the UK, and this is the program that I want to go to, and this is the university that I want to go to? What are the key things that you look for, while answering that question for yourself, and that might help other students as well to make that decision?
The first thing regarding the country was that the country I wanted to go to, uh, they weren't accepting any visas for Pakistani students, so I couldn't go there. But after that, I think UK was the only option left for me, was because I wanted to go somewhere as soon as possible. So UK was the only country where I could go after completing my bachelor's directly. If I would have opted for Canada or US, it would have uh, taken a lot of time. Whereas in UK, their acceptance rate was really good. So that's why I opted for UK. And regarding the University of Hertfordshire, I also applied in Queen Mary, Hull, London South Bank University. I got my admission over there, but I didn't go there was because, to be very honest, cost of living in UK, it's increasing on a daily basis. Okay, when we came here, we were able to do a weekly shopping for £20. Now it's going for £70. Okay, I think that was a good decision for me that I didn't opt for those universities, because those universities where they are in the central areas. Okay, and the cost of living over there is quite high. Okay. Secondly, the University of Hertfordshire had a really good acceptance rate in the market. So I thought it would be, yeah, I'm going for a bit lower level as compared to a Russell Group university, but the my affordability was for this university, and secondly, the university had a really good acceptance rate. Their programs were really good. That's why I opted for University of Hertfordshire.
So Ahmed, you and Bilal, they are currently
Yeah.
working on a project right now, and you seem to be. Can you shed a light on it? Like, how did you started this venture? What elements are included in this, and what will be
Mhm.
the outcome of this project that you're currently? I think this is something very interesting, and they would like to know about that.
Yeah, actually, this project, it's kind of a university project. This was actually offered to all the students by the university department. Yeah. So first of all, they posted an ad on the university website, and a lot of students applied for it. After that, they were like, okay, they shortlisted few students, and they were like, okay, you guys can work. But the shortlisting was on the basis of the fact that how we were on in our studies. Okay, like every student carries an image. So the faculty members were like, okay, yeah, he can. He's quite good in class. He has good grades. Okay, his questioning is good. So on that basis, we were selected. After being selected, um, uh, every group was given a different task for a project. So Bilal and me, we were given the NLP part. Okay, we were supposed to develop a chatbot on Rasa, and yeah, that's how it started.
All right, that was good to know. So I think we can take some questions right now from the people who are actually interested in this field of study. You can unmute yourself and ask the question and have a little interaction with both of the students, or you can leave your question on the chat. Anyone who would like to ask, please go ahead.
I think we have a few questions in the chat. Okay.
Mhm.
Someone is asking that after MSc, are you employed? What year? What's your 2 year cost for both education and living? What should be a potential UK student should have before applying there?
Definitely, Mazhar. So,
What you can tell about what are you doing right now? How are you employed right now? What sort of
yeah,
opportunities do you get after that?
employment.
Muhammad Ruslan Baba, he has this question. 2 year okay, for the cost and everything we can discuss later. You can, like, we will have a session of about fee structure, cost, and everything after this. So yeah, these questions will be addressed. Yes, regarding the employment and all, I think they both will address about that.
Yeah, employment.
Yes.
So
Who will take the lead on this? Bilal, you were saying that you are also working on a summer camp with Oxford University somewhere.
It's Ahmed that's working on a summer camp in Oxford University at the moment.
no, it's not Oxford, it's Cambridge.
Oh, sorry, Cambridge. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
Cambridge. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah, the employment over here right now, to be very honest, internationally we see on an international perspective, um, the jobs right now, there is very less acceptance rate right now all over the world. Okay, uh, so that is also here in the UK right now. Okay, a lot of students are facing this at this very moment. The employment rate is not good at this very moment because most of the companies are focusing on firing people rather than hiring people. Okay, so now after 1 month, I think they will start hiring again. Other than that, what we have heard before is that the employment rate is over here, it's good. Okay, but it depends on two factors. One, your degree, what are you doing, and the secondly, your skills. Over here, it's not like, okay, you got 4 GPA, all right, you can go speak good English, okay, you're hired. No, they will call you for a first interview on a call interview. After that, they will enlist you for a video call interview. And the video call interview, there is going to be a whole panel. One person is going to be an HR person, the other two are going to be technical persons. Okay, the HR person is going to do the usual HR questioning. The technical people, they will literally make sure that you don't get the interview. Okay, like they're proper, they they give you a really tough time. Okay, so they make sure that you don't get a job, but still, there's a technical round over there too. After that, there is another interview session that's also on the video call. On that, it's it's not that much of a technical, but that second interview, video call interview, is done by the higher management of the technical team. Okay, so they just see, okay, do you have the potential to be a part of the team or not? Okay, And once you're selected in the second video call interview, they call you for a physical interview or to spend a day in the company. Okay, you go there, you work for a full day over there. They see how you are working over there. Okay, how are you communicating, and on that basis they select you. But there's one more thing over here in the UK, which I think we as a Pakistani we lack, is because we are quite serious. Okay, like if someone asks us how are you, we're like, good. Okay, they don't want this. Okay, so they want you to be a bit, um, a kind of a team player. You should be kind of be spreading some positive vibes around the company. Okay, they focus more on the fact of well-being rather than, okay, just do whatever you want to do. Okay, just make sure you get this project. They are not focusing on this. They focus more on the well-being part. Okay, so make sure you're kind of a person who is a team player, who looks after himself, who looks after different people in the company. Okay, he wants to spread some positive vibes. So they will also be focusing on this aspect. Okay, and they will be focusing more on this aspect rather than the technical part. Okay, so you should be kind of a social person. So you should have technical skills, and the third is your degree. That's it.
Brother Ahmed, what is that? You have mentioned that one of the biggest blockchain hackathon in UK.
Yeah.
Can you
So
explain
yeah,
this?
sure. There was an easy hackathon over here. Hackathon is basically a software application competition in which uh, all the people are given a use case, and according to that use case, they're given a use case and they're given a technology. Okay, and you have to make a product out of it. Okay, so in my particular hackathon, we were given that we are supposed to use Polkadot and Star, which is a blockchain technology. We have to use that to make some kind of a currency. Okay, and there should be a logic behind developing a new currency or a smart contract. So we came up with the solution to uh, make a decentralized app for all the African countries so they can easily send their money. For example, there are some countries like Algeria. Okay, they cannot send money to foreign countries, or they cannot receive it because due to the terrorist activities. Okay, so there is no money trail. They need a very deep money trail you need a really deep money trail to do the transfer. To make that kind of uh, thing on an easy level, we designed this app on which you can easily send the currency to any country outside Africa. Okay, and you can even do transaction. So the main logic behind our app was that it's going to be a decentralized app, and the government is going to implement it all over the Africa. And just like um, what do you call it? Bilal, what is the name of the coin? Bitcoin. Yeah,
Bitcoin.
but just like Bitcoin is going to be a digital currency on the basis of which you can have purchase different things, and you can easily like trail back like who sent you the money and all that. Yeah.
Question from our audience. What is your track for getting permanent residency or
What?
nationality in
All
UK?
We didn't got any. We are still on our student visa.
we are still on student visas, but the track on getting your permanent residency is quite hard because for you, in order to be on a track to get your permanent residency, you need to be on a work visa, which is usually called sponsorship as well. So if you're aiming for that, I would say, like, rather than if you come to UK, focus on your studies and start polishing your skills. And because if some company is gonna give you a sponsorship, then you need to add value to their company. So if you want to go for residency, focus more on studies and don't get diverted towards earning money on part-time jobs. Because I believe if you give it your best, you will definitely get a job in UK. Although the market in UK is quite competitive at the moment, since a lot of students have landed in UK uh, in 2022 because of the COVID, because it was the first year after COVID that students were coming to study, and there have been more dependents coming from countries rather than students. Since there were last year, there were like 50,000 students nearly coming to UK, and there were like more than 1.5 lakh of 1.5 lakh dependents coming to UK. So the market is quite competitive for students as well because of the dependents coming in, and that is why UK is putting up a cap on dependents coming to UK, which would be good for us in the future. But for now, if you're coming to UK, be prepared for it.
That is actually a good insight regarding that, and I think it's other than whatever student people who were thinking of going with dependents. Sorry for them, but yes, for the people who are actually investing in their education, this is actually a good decision made by them. And this in the coming year, it will develop new jobs and more vacancies will be for the graduates over there who are currently studying. Yes, you're right. 4 to 5 years are required for you to get a PRship if you are on a work visa and your masters submitting a thesis and completing your master's successfully, you do have a chance at a PSW for 2 years. So that can be the starting points for your journey towards the PRship. You go forward, you work with you need to add value, as you said. So you have to have a very good name in your university, your study, your skills, everything, your extracurricular activities. Obviously, even in Pakistan, when you want a company to handpick you, you work on your profile, you work on your academics, you work on your skills. Same in a exponential numbers happens outside in international universities. So it all depends on how you mature yourself, how you polish yourself, that you set up a good mark to be a part of a well renowned international or multinational company there in the UK. And once you have the PSW, there will be 2 years PSW given by the government initially, but yes, you need to retain your employment with the company or with another company in order to make it extensive for 4 to 5 years, and then you can apply for a PR.
Are,
Okay.
are there big tech companies in UK like Meta, Google, Netflix, Amazon, and Apple? Well, so far I've like there are big companies like Google. They have two offices in UK and UK. One is in the London and one is in Manchester. Aside
Uh,
from that, so far I've not seen like Netflix or Amazon would be here.
Amazon is here. Amazon is here.
Amazon would definitely be here, but other than the Apple and Meta and Meta would be here as well, but I've not yet seen an office of Facebook. But these are quite big companies, which I
Yes,
believe
they do have
would.
an offer in Liverpool, though. At the Meta, there is an office in Liverpool. One of the people I know, they work there. So yes, like big banks are there. If you talk about them, there are
Yes.
a lot of
Banking.
international food industries over there that you can work with. And the field that they're currently working in, it is every company's needs a tech department. So the field you're currently, what we're talking about over here, it is needed by every kind of industry that you're working with,
Definitely.
Yeah.
disregards to its own production. So
So
there
we
we go.
have over here from someone, and they're asking that can we come over regarding some NGO or something regarding the project, some project or something like that for blind or visuals, for blind person or visual impairments. Like he's asking me, can you make
Yes. Yes, you can. You can. You can come over here. You can pitch your project, and you can easily start your project over here. The best thing about UK is that whatever your project is, whatever your idea is, you just need to mature it, and they give you funding to start that project. Yeah, it's quite easy to do your projects over here. That's the biggest benefit of universities over here in the UK.
I think they're asking what's the total expense on it, like how much do you have to spend on it? Like
Expense on the project, right?
yeah, on the project.
You don't need. This is not Pakistan that you'll be spending from your own. Like over here, you will get proper funding for all the projects, but you need to know how to do it. And there's one more thing that I'd like to add that uh, when we come out, we feel like that we are coming from a third world country. That's true, but uh, we lack the confidence. Oh, the people outside, like the people in Europe, the Western countries, like they're very technical. I'm not as much technical. Like we lack that confidence a bit. But to be very honest, Bilal would agree with me on this that we Pakistanis we are highly skilled people.
Definitely, yeah.
We are more hardworking, and there's a lot higher acceptance rate of Pakistani as compared to some other people like who are from different countries. Okay, and
Totally
yeah,
second that as well. Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
So, Mohammed Ruslan Babar, we will be discussing the whole of the application process after it, right?
Yeah, after it,
Ma'am Zainab will be explaining it.
Ma'am Zainab will tell you everything, each and everything. Don't worry about that one. Can I share some thoughts?
Um,
If you want to share, yeah,
Please do you
unmute yourself.
unmute
Share.
yourself.
who wants to share?
Alright.
Please go ahead.
But you can unmute yourself and you can share it, or maybe you want to tell it on the chat, and they can tell you about from over there.
Oh, you're making a project. Okay. Well, if you, I feel like if we need more suggestions and on the project and all, you can always like contact Ahmed on LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, it
But
will be lovely
Ahmed,
if you guys can drop in your LinkedIn links over here if they are accessible right now.
yes.
Yeah, sure.
So if someone wants to get in touch with you regarding your experience or any kind of clarity over there, we are also more than welcome. But yeah, being there in that place, I think it will be more resourceful.
Contact them through LinkedIn or
Plus, like if they ever come to University of Hertfordshire, we'll be welcoming them with open hands.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we can.
Okay, your concept. If you could know your name, dear one, it would be amazing, so that we can address you in a much better way.
I think it will be Mohammed something.
might be brother or a sister. Can you mention your name? Can you mention your good name? So, okay.
Yes, please. That would be lovely. Muniba Hasid. Yes, I could tell you were a girl. Okay, Muniba, that's a good thing, and I feel really good about the thing that you're currently working on. It's amazing, highly anticipating, and this is something that really should be brought up to the possible people who need. Okay.
So I think Ahmed and
Okay, that's
we're very thankful for you for joining us, and please do stay with us for till the end. And Ma'am will be explaining the whole application process. And if you want to add into it, you can do that as well. And if anybody has more questions, then you can obviously answer that. So, Ma'am, I think you can take over.
all right. Yes, we can address over there. Muniba will definitely get in touch with you regarding this. Please drop in on a separate window if you could. Drop us your information, and I think we would like to reach out to you and what can we do regarding this. It would really, if you want to go and study abroad, this will actually help you with your university application as well, since the idea is really brilliant. So please drop in your contact. Umair, please share some link with her so that she can reach out to us. And our WhatsApp, please share our WhatsApp contact. Share my number with her, please. Muniba, get in touch with me. Umair will be sharing my number with you. Over here, just drop me a message, and inshallah, follow Bilal and Ahmed on LinkedIn profile, and inshallah, we will definitely talk about this more. And this seems like something with a lot of potential. So yeah, really loved hearing from you. Thank you so much. So yeah, regarding the application process, it's pretty simple, and we have over Umair. Yeah, exactly. This is the one. Thank you so much, Umair. Thank you for. So the documentations from selecting the universities, UK ka application process is very simple. Previously, in the previous webinar, we discussed it on in a very detailed manner. Now I'll just give you a slight go through over it, and if you have any questions, you can ask. So documentations, what you require to study in United Kingdom, it's a straight up process, but yes, your documentation should be on point. You can ask Ahmed and Bilal. They applied to the university earlier when they had the 6th and 7th semester transcript and they were still yet to graduate from the university. So we had an early application for both of them, and as soon as they were granted their transcript final and final certificate, their offer became unconditional and they proceeded with the payment and everything. So yes, if you even hold a 7th semester transcript or a 6th semester transcript from the university, in with the same CGPA. And the selecting of the university, of course, whatever course you're going for, that requires you to select the university accordingly with the location and everything. We help you with the course selection. We help you with the statement of purpose. What is the reason you're selecting a particular university? Why are you selecting this? What is your future prospect for the course you're studying? How will it help you in your career regarding that? You need to give your IELTS, you need to give your TOEFL, PTE. There are many tests, but yes, IELTS, TOEFL, and PTE are the ones that are potentially accepted by every university in the UK. You submit your application, your offer letter is there, you meet all the conditions, and then you go through the interview process. The interview process, I tell you, it's very, very crucial. It's very, very lengthy. There are technically 37 to 40 questions that are asked during the interview call. If we get some time, we can tell you of every student is, but yes, from your introduction to your finances to the knowledge of the place that you're going to, your residence, and the cost of residence from the university accreditation and everything, all of these questions are need to be answered nicely and properly to meet the interview passing. You meet the conditions, you made the payments. The initial deposits are different for every university. So we'll proceed with that. You have a bank statement which has the money for your remaining tuition fee after your initial deposit and your living arrangements over there. It's different from London and different from the cities of outside of London. So you need to have a bank statement that is 1 month mature. You get your CAS letter, which is the acceptance of studies letter from the university through which you apply for your visa, and then you file for the visa process. And if everything is properly documented, your all your documentations are proper. There's no gray where everything is on point. There's no chance that you'll get your visa rejected. बहुत कम chances होता है कि आपको visa वाले interview के बुलाते हैं because university compliance अपना interview ले चुकी होती है, so the visa people don't bother much to take another interview. So probably there's a high chance that you won't be called for a visa interview. And then your passport is there and you fly. Go ahead, make your future. And yes, you need to do your research. Of course, you need to know where you're going. आपका career path क्या है, उसमें क्या prospects आपको आगे मिलेंगे, opportunities क्या मिलेंगी, जिस country में आप जा रहे हो वहाँ पे scope किन चीज़ों का है, that matters a lot. So make sure that you do your homework as well. And when you come to us, we'll tell you what's the best option for you. So if there are any more questions, we are more than welcome. We have a little time left, but if there's any question, yes, you fly to UK. You don't take a train or you don't walk. Definitely never walk. So yeah.
Emirates.
We'll definitely look forward for your contact. Okay. So any questions, or I think we're good to go.
Not PIA, I think so.
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Much it was the entire journey of yours in the UK, and I hope you do wonders in the future and get a good name over there. And all the best to you guys.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Most perfect. Most perfect.
Hello.
It was very good to see you, by the way.
Internet connection.
Yeah.
I think it's lagging a little.
Ahmed,
Brother Ahmed, Brother Bilal.
I think we have another question, ma'am.
What is the tuition cost and living
Okay.
expenses in UK?
Okay, now finally the question I was actually wondering someone would ask. Okay, now if you talk about University of Hertfordshire, Hertfordshire has a fee of £17,000. They don't give any scholarship as of yet, but मेरे ख्याल से £1,000 की early bird में आपको मिल जाती है. पहले £500 की early bird if you pay then an early deposit, and otherwise they do offer a £1,000 of scholarship. But nowadays that is also case to case basis. The living cost in the UK, if you talk about London, the one that you need to show to the visa officers are £12,006 in London and 9,260 outside of London. तो तकरीबन आपका जो एक बैंक स्टेटमेंट बनती है डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट इज़ योर इनिशियल डिपॉजिट होता है जो आप यूनिवर्सिटी में अपनी सीट कंफर्म करने के लिए इनिशियल पेमेंट करते हो. Some universities demand 50%, some university demand 30%. University of Hertfordshire £5,000 लेता है. तो उसके बाद आपकी £12,000 रिमेनिंग फी ट्यूशन फी रह जाती है एंड 9,260 आपका लिविंग एक्सपेंस. सो इट्स रफली 19,000 to 20,000 pounds जो कि आपके बैंक स्टेटमेंट में होने चाहिए. सो आई थिंक आजकल पाउंड का रेट इट्स 368 राइट नाउ. इट्स गोइंग क्रेजी. सो अगर हम पाकिस्तानी इसको PKR में बात करें तो 20,000 pounds multiplied by 370 just to keep an average, yes, 75 lakhs, which is 7.5 million, is required in your bank statement, and at least 30 to 35 is required for you to pay the university for initial deposit. Since pound का रेट काफ़ी बढ़ गया है, अहमद बिलाल आप अग्री करोगे कि कितना डिफरेंस आया है हमारे पिछली बैंक स्टेटमेंट्स में और इस बैंक स्टेटमेंट में. बट येस, आई होप कि इकोनॉमिक स्टेबिलिटी थोड़ी सी आ जाए. पिछले दिनों 58 पे था, अब 10 रुपये फिर बढ़ गया. So yeah, that depends on the rate of the pound. Ahmed और बिलाल ने Ahmed ने एक अच्छी चीज़ ये की थी. He took my suggestion and he bought the pounds when they were very cheap then right now. और Ahmed ने अपनी बैंक स्टेटमेंट पाउंड्स में कन्वर्ट करके रखी थी, तो उसको बिल्कुल भी हिलने जुलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. पाउंड उतरे कम हो ज़्यादा हो, he had a statement in pounds, so he did not have to worry about कि बढ़ा या कम हो रहा है. So that's a very smart thing to do. If you get your currency exchange on a right time and pounds में ही जितना required amount है आप बैंक स्टेटमेंट में रख लें, तो आपको फिर prices ऊपर नीचे हो, आपको पैसे कम या निकालने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. Because the bank statement needs to be of that particular amount for a whole month. तो अगर आपकी बैंक स्टेटमेंट required amount से ज़रा से भी कम होती है ना, तो you need to wait for another month for the new amount to get matured. So it's a very technical process. So this is one of the smart things you do when you exchange your currency and you put the amount that is जहाँ पे आप जा रहे हो, आप तो just amount में pay करनी है, just currency में pay करनी है, आप उसी में convert करके रखते हैं. और ये वेरी करता है यूनिवर्सिटी टू यूनिवर्सिटी. फीसेस कम भी हो सकती हैं, फीसेस ज़्यादा भी हो सकती हैं. So yeah, but this is the average bracket, at least 8 to 9 million for now. So scholarship, UK is not a very scholarship friendly land. They would tell you the same. आपको यहाँ पे bursary मिलती भी है तो 2,500 से 4,000 तक की मिलती है. यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ एसेक्स है, वो 5,000 तक की स्कॉलरशिप देता है, लेकिन उनकी अपनी फीस 21,000 पाउंड है. सो स्कॉलरशिप मिलके भी आप 16,000 तो पे कर रहे हो उनको. सो यू कैन से दैट इनकी शेवनिंग मार्शल स्कॉलरशिप्स हैं. अगर आप हल में जाओ, हल में आपको शेवनिंग मार्शल स्कॉलरशिप मिलती. फुली फंडेड को तो भूल जाओ. आप शेवनिंग और मार्शल अप्लाई करें तो शायद आपको फुली फंडेड मिल जाए, और उसमें इट्स अ लॉन्ग रूट. देयर आर सम ऑफ माई स्टूडेंट्स हु आर करंटली गोइंग थ्रू दैट, लेकिन उसमें उनको अप्रूव होने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. बट यस, यू कैन गेट दैट. यस
इधर मैम एक चीज मैं ऐड करूंगा कि कुछ चीजें तुक्के से मिल जाती हैं. हमारे साथ काफी स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो नहीं होता, एड्स आ रहे होते हैं, अप्लाई फॉर दिस स्कॉलरशिप, अप्लाई फॉर दिस, उन्होंने वैसे उसके पे अप्लाई किया और कुछ को मिल भी जाती हैं और वो खुद हैरान होते हैं कि ये कैसे मिल गई थी. ये मैं जरूर कहूंगा जहाँ स्कॉलरशिप, जहाँ पे फंडिंग नाम नजर आता है, अप्लाई कर दें.
बिल्कुल, एग्जैक्टली सेम गोस फॉर किंगस्टन यूनिवर्सिटी. दे ऑफर अ 6,000 पाउंड स्कॉलरशिप, वो किसी 10 कैंडिडेट्स को देते हैं. तो इसी तरह क्वीन बेलफास्ट है आयरलैंड में, वो भी ये करती है. हल भी ये करता है कि वो किसी 10 स्टूडेंट्स को 10,000 पाउंड AI और डेटा साइंस में देते हैं, 10,000 पाउंड की स्कॉलरशिप देते हैं. बट इट वर्क्स हाउ यू अप्लाई फॉर इट. आप अपने आप को कैसे उनको रिप्रेजेंट करते हो, एंड इफ यू गेट इट, इट्स ऑल ऑन लक.
वैसे इस मुल्क में आपको पैसे निकलवाने का आर्ट आना चाहिए. आ गया तो टेंशन नहीं.
Exactly. Yes. I think this lady can work with this project she has in her mind, and yeah, that would really help you in getting some good scholarship if you present it very nicely, I would say. Muniba.
Secondly, even like your chevening scholarship में जो भी students जाते हैं, like if you're planning to live in UK, and you go for these scholarships like chevening, you'll have to come back to work.
Definitely, yes.
3 years. You can't live in
Because आपका सिर्फ एजुकेशन टेन्योर तक का वो आपको करते हैं फंड. उसके बाद तो definitely you're on your own.
Because one of my friends came from Pakistan. She did her dentistry in Islamabad. So she came on shifting to UCL. So she's
Okay.
going back to Pakistan like 2-3 months because her course calls for 1 year.
Okay.
So if you're planning to live here and work in the industry here, so better you go through the proper route of 2 years, 1 years, not go for scholarships.
Perfect. That's great. That's great. Yes, Muniba, we are more than happy to guide you, and we will definitely look for universities who are currently giving you a good funds and platform to present yourself. So definitely, we're going to have a word on that soon. Okay, guys, I think that was it for today. And if you have any other questions, you are added on the webinar group. Please drop your questions over there. These two young men have shared their LinkedIn profile, so you can reach out to them over there. Please save that link in case you want to get in touch with them. And I think this was good. Hope to see you all in the next webinar that is yet to come. And inshallah. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us.
No problem, man. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Yeah. No, it was more than, it was actually very good to have you guys over.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess
All
the
right,
two.
man.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Love this.
Thank you for having everyone.
Yeah, thank you to the audience. You can just visit our office. It is located in DH2 next to the Giga Mall.
Okay.
And we
Thank
are
you.
open from Monday to Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. Love it.